Have you ever cried over someone you thought was the answer to your prayers, only to realize later that God was actually protecting you from a future full of pain? This is a real-life story about heartbreak, faith, and the hidden blessings we often cannot see in the moment. There was a young woman named Emily. She was kind-hearted, gentle, and deeply believed in God. She dreamed of one day finding a man who would truly love her and build a peaceful family with her. One day, a young man entered her life. At first, he seemed perfect. He often visited Emily's family. He spoke kindly to her parents, laughed with her brothers, and always found reasons to stay longer than necessary. Soon, he began inviting Emily on evening walks. They would walk through quiet streets for hours while he talked about life, dreams, and the future. He called her often too. Sometimes they talked late into the night. Emily felt special. Every word he said made her heart grow closer to him. Slowly, without even realizing it, she fell deeply in love. For the first time in a long while, she believed that maybe God had finally sent the right person into her life. But one day, everything changed. The young man came to visit Emily's family again, but this time he brought his younger brother with him, a brother he strangely always avoided bringing around before. While the families were talking, the younger brother casually mentioned something shocking to Emily's brother. The young man already had a girlfriend. She lived far away and they had been together for a long time. Emily's brother was stunned. Later that evening, he quietly told Emily the truth. At first, she could not believe it. Her heart began pounding. Her hands trembled. She felt as if the world around her had suddenly collapsed. "Maybe it's a misunderstanding," she whispered. But deep inside, she already knew it was true. That night, Emily cried harder than she ever had before. Tears soaked her pillow as she asked God over and over again, "Why did this happen to me? Why did you let me love someone who was never truly mine? What did I do wrong?" The pain was unbearable because the young man never even had the courage to tell her the truth himself. Instead, after some time passed, he simply told her that maybe they should just stay friends. Just friends. Those words cut deeper than a knife. Emily knew she could never pretend her feelings did not exist. She respected herself too much to stay close to someone who had played with her heart, so she walked away. And their paths separated. Months passed. Then one day Emily heard that the young man had married the girlfriend he had hidden from her all along. For a moment the old sadness returned. She wondered if his wife was happier than she would have been. She wondered why life had turned out this way. But time slowly healed her wounds. Little by little, Emily began smiling again. She prayed more. She trusted God even when she did not fully understand his plans. And deep in her heart she held on to one belief: if God removed someone from my life, there must be a reason. Then one unexpected day she met another young man. He was different from the beginning. There were no games, no lies, no hidden secrets. He openly admired Emily. He respected her. He cared for her heart. From the very beginning, he made his intentions clear. He loved her sincerely. When he held her hand, she felt peace instead of confusion. And after some time, they got married. Years passed, and Emily built a happy life with her husband. Their home was filled with warmth, trust, laughter, and love. Then one day she heard news that shocked her deeply. The young man who had once broken her heart had completely ruined the life of the woman he married. He wasted money recklessly. He became lazy and irresponsible. He started drinking heavily. And worst of all, he began beating his wife. Emily felt terrible for the poor woman. But at that moment, something suddenly became very clear to her. The heartbreak she once cried over, the rejection she once begged God to change, the relationship she thought she lost, had actually been God's protection all along. What Emily once saw as punishment was, in reality, mercy. She looked at her loving husband, her peaceful home, and the life she had been blessed with, and tears filled her eyes again, but this time, tears of gratitude. She finally understood. Sometimes God removes people from our lives not to hurt us, but to save us from a future that would destroy us. Moral of the story: not every heartbreak is a loss. Sometimes the people who walk away are the very people God is protecting you from. We often cry over closed doors, while God sees the disasters hidden behind them. Trust his timing, even when it hurts. One day, you may look back and thank God for the prayer he did not answer. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to leave a comment and subscribe for more powerful real-life stories and life lessons.